Guys, my name is Bill Roy. It's an honor, such an honor to be here with such outstanding artists. I'm not an Okinawan stylist, but I love you guys. I love what you do. This is great Grandmaster Carlito Lignata. He's been my instructor in Kung Tao since 1972. We were in the Philippines. He comes from a very distinguished family of martial artists that date back to 1635, all the way up, father, son, to this man. He's Danny and Santos, who I'm sure you all heard of, once said that Grandmaster Carlito in the Philippines is the master's master, because of his lineage and such. He's going to show some disarm from Kali. Right? Disarm? You do disarm, kid? He's 90, so bear with it. Okay, I'll take one. You take one? Okay. You want to say something?
Good afternoon to everybody. Thank you for inviting me. I would like to inform the martial artists that there are 1,113 styles all over the world. It's not only one or two, but there are so many. Every country have their own art. Now, the styles of martial arts, there are only two. We call that soft and hard. When we use our hands open, it means soft. But when we close our fist, this is hard. So that's the difference, hard and soft. Sometimes they use knife hand with hard and soft. But that's his own style. I just want to inform you about how many martial arts, because you might be confused of so many arts. There are only one martial art, two styles, hard and soft. In every country, they have their own way of doing the arts. You can ask me if you question, I might help you, but I warn you, do not question how many wives do I have.
Oh. You ready, kid?
You have any question? Well, sometimes somebody told me what's the style of Russia. Russia is Sambo, and Burma is Bando. In the Philippines, we have two, Kung Tao and Kali. When we say Kung Tao, it's hand, open hands. And when we say Kali, with this. Kali, we used this in 1565 during the Spanish time. When the Philippines was invaded by the Spanish, they are using guns, but the Filipinos, we call it katipunero, that's the gorilla. We use it stick. This is the army. So, guns against stick. But we prevail. The Filipino War, and we have a great heroes called Andres Bonifacio. That's
Right?
so what you can automatic counter when you punch it through this like this, or when he punch you do not this one. When you do this one,
Oh, I got that.
Now you know why he's missing in front.
Get that.
excuse me, because sometimes, I'm becoming younger.
Yeah.
I'm in line of 80, so sometimes you excuse young ones. You do not excuse old ones, young ones only. Now, if you want to know something, you can ask me so I can also contribute a little wisdom about martial arts. If you want to ask me a few questions, go ahead.
Most of us don't know enough to know what to ask you.
Yeah.
So
They
why
don't
don't,
know what to ask you because they want you to show the colleague because they don't know what to ask you yet.
I love Kali. Now, when we say Kali, we say it Kali Kali. Kali, during the Spanish time, this is used for being king. When we walk on the aisles of the rice field, we do this one, not to fall in the ditch. Then it was developed into martial arts. It's just like nunchucks. Nunchucks is developed of carrying the big rice. But when it's during the break time, they are playing, so it developed into weapon. That is nunchuck or nunchuck of the Kuya. So I want to know
They want you to show,
what's
teach the dishonor.
just like this. When you do this one, you do the side, and or you can do this one, you break. And then also when he turns like this, you can also bring down.
Oh, my fault.
You drop your stick when you break the stick, so you can.
One more time. Oh, good. Good. I'm sorry.
But just don't drop your stick. Then you drop your stick, and you can do this one. You want to roll like this, and you can do this one. And now there are so many different variations. It's just like I am giving you a number, 1 up to 0. It's up to you how to put the figure, 100 to 23. But I only give you the number. So that's my philosophy of teaching. I just want to give you this one, and it's up to you to develop. It's up to you to, any kinds of striking or using the hands on the stick, it depends on how do you develop, how do you practice. If you just and you stop, maybe tomorrow you forgot. When you are practicing, practice. You put maybe I will break time one day. Every other day you practice. Or you want I will practice every Saturday. Every Saturday. Do not practice. You practice today. After so many weeks you do not practice. You practice 1 year. How can you develop your technique? Whatever technique you want to develop, practice constantly. It is every other day, every hour, every week. That's the way. You practice today, then maybe next month you practice again, maybe next week. It must be constant. Everything must be uniform. You do not just do because you want it. No. You are obliged to practice because you want to practice. You must oblige yourself to practice to become good or better to somebody. But if you will just practice today, then you practice again the other day, then you practice. That's the way you develop your instinct. If you are practicing when you turn, every time you do this, maybe there is a time that somebody will attack you. Your body dictates you. You do not think that somebody, but your body will be the one to dictate you. Because your body owns this one, owns this one, and you can do this one. So that's the way. But there are so many black belts that they have good this one. Maybe they have their own way of, you know. But this is only the way I know to share with you. But I don't step on the others' technique. Because everyone, we have our own differences. You know. We have, you know, I always put in my mind, a person with black belt, we should respect, because he cannot give that black belt if he is not good, he's stupid. But when the person promoted into black belt, always respect. Respect must be there. Not only because he's your friend, he's your instructor, no. Being a black belt, he is more senior than you. It's just like in a family. You and your brother is there, your elder brother, you respect. Not because he's black, no. That's why black belt person, I always, I salute, I respect. But there are some, not all black belts is doing properly. Some they are doing it for bragging, you know. There are some young black belts. There's a woman there, you know, young one. But it's different than the adult black belters. They really know what to use and what to use. Any question?
I think that's good, Cute. I think that's good. I guess we're done. Are you done? Cute?
If there are some who want to question, you know, I cannot raise issue. I cannot give topic if no one will question me.
They want you to show, Cute.
Huh?
They want you to show.
Show this?
Yeah.
Well, showing this thing is, if there is a show, but this is not a show. We are in a short seminar. I want you to learn, but it's not because show is, I just want to brag myself. I mean, pass on that. When I still remember when I was invited in the White House for dinner. I thought I'm going to eat there, but suddenly, oh, Mr. Lanada gave demonstration. My gosh, I thought I'm going to eat, but demonstrate. That's why in 1993, when I was invited in White House, the east side of the house. No, I'm just giving you something.
Do you understand what he's saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. If you do not understand, just keep it, because I'm a Filipino, it's hard to talk English. For you, it's hard to talk Tagalog.
Even harder.
But I can answer some few questions. You know, a question that is good.
How old were you when you began training?
Sir?
How old
How
were
old
you,
were
Cute?
you?
Well, in the Philippines, once, in the Philippines, sir, when at the age of 12 years old, you know already, because we are in a close family. In the family, every time you always use this thing. But that is the word of using. But just for fighting, it will take about at the age of 16. But to know this thing at the age of 12, so, thank you. Thank you, Christian. And this stick, we call this kali-kali. Kali-kali, or sometimes because Philippines was invaded by Spanish, kali was changed to arnis, eskrima. You know, the famous Filipino with eskrima is Dan Inosanto, I still remember. But he knows how to use this stick. But the principle, the philosophy, there is room for him to yes, sir.
Professor, what would you consider maybe the three most basic things that you would teach a beginning student?
Well, that's a good question. I am very strict in the arts. So force is your foundation. You cannot strike hard, you cannot punch hard if you are not in a good foundation. Foundation means you are in a proper forward stance. Must be proper stance. Stretch this one, bend this one. So make it you are comfortable so you can easily, turn. Now, that is the best number one. Number two is when you practice Monday, then what is your next practice? If it's Tuesday, do it every Monday and Tuesday. If you practice Monday and Sunday, do it. Don't practice and tomorrow you practice again. There must be a sequence in practicing. And first of all, I advise to all martial artists, however you are disciplined, however what kind of discipline you have, but when you have alcohol in your head, the discipline will disappear. So avoid alcohol. That's the number one, that you will retain your discipline. When you are disciplined, you are near to God. God said, whoever love one another, I will bless. But you fight with somebody, you do not love somebody. So maybe you are from other side. There are only two sides. The God and the evil, see? So discipline yourself, respect. First is respect. Number one is respect. When you have respect, you love somebody. You honor somebody. Do not insult. Do not. Sometimes this is very ordinary. I'm good. If somebody execute, it's okay. Do not laugh at other mistake. Never laugh, because when you laugh, you are insulting. You insult yourself. If you change this wrong, excuse me. Do not just maybe his hand is like this. When you just come to nail and check it, do not say anything. Just check it. Do not, oh, you're wrong. When you say somebody, oh, you are wrong, you are making trouble. So there is no love there. You insult somebody. That's my philosophy. Because martial art is for good person, not for bad person. There are about 1,113 martial arts, but there are only few martial arts that is good. That's yes.
Were you in the Philippines during the Second World War? And were you able to train during the occupation?
This is good.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. In the Philippines, whether there is happening or something, at the age of 12, the parents will teach the children. For family reason, for get together, for fun, and for self-defense.
If I may, Q, to answer your question, his father, Ivan Lanyada, the great grandmaster prior to him, was a resistance commander in the Philippines. Great grandmaster Lanyada was in his teens, a boy, and to get messages to the other Philippine commanders, right? Well, his father would chop a coconut and dump all the milk out and stuff, and they would take a message and put it in the coconut, and you have a thing there, yeah. And you run, and you know, usually they just let the kids go. I mean, he's a kid, right? He's got a, but he remembers them shooting at him, huh? Hey?
I know there are some shot, but I just try to make the message arrive in the right time because there are so many ambushes. Guerrilla, there are so many Filipinos collaborators, you know. If the group took somebody there, good collaborator. So, Filipino sometimes against Filipino, but you cannot avoid most Filipinos is good. Some Filipinos with some money will turn back. You want to create that side? That's the Filipino before. But today, there is a big improvement of habit in the Philippines. Because you know, Philippines was so many occupied us. Chinese, Arabs, Japanese, Spain, there's so many. So we do not know the children inherit the father. Maybe the father is Japanese, the father is, you know. So we do not know. That's why in the Philippines, sometimes you'll be watchful. Who is really good and who is really bad.
His family, during the war, you know, they were strictly forbidden from using karate in any form. So his family had a trick. They dig a huge trench, probably almost the length of this place, and it would be like 12 feet down. And they would cover it, right, with branches, so you couldn't see it from the air or anything like that, and they would go down into this thing, and they would train and work on their training. And then the women would cover up the top, and of course the Japanese, you know, they never caught them. And this is how they trained to fight the Japanese, you know, at the time. Because if they got caught, right, if they got caught, they'd kill you.
They will prosecute you.
Yeah, yeah.
During my time, it's very hard. Like today, you can practice with math, air condition, or whatever. During my time, we practice in so many stones, sometimes rock. We practice because they do not allow us to practice inside. And barefoot, we do not. Anyway, we don't have foot. We have no shoes before. We use our barefoot. That's the way to understand martial arts. If you really want to be martial arts, you sacrifice. This is not just a martial art. You go to the other there with good home, air condition, you pay something, black belt. That's not the way. My time, you go there and somebody will attack you. The instructor, I don't care what happened to you. You want to be black belt, okay, defend yourself. That's the way before. But today it changed. If you have money, tomorrow you're black belt. That's why what I'm thinking is, yesterday is different than yesterday. But I know all of you, you will sacrifice because you are in the right place. Especially, I honor all black belts. Today when I say black belts, I salute. Why? Because we become black belt in a proper way. Before, during the week, during our time, and today, and during this time, you have money, you have black belt tomorrow. But today is different, I know. And during my time is different. Perspiration, everything you will sacrifice. No sacrifice, no promotion of wealth. especially my father. My father will get, Carabao, 2 Carabaos, and you pass the Carabao, you pass the Carabao. The Carabao, you pass it, sometimes. But that's
That was the
way.
Philippine Makawara,
In the Philippines.
the caribou.
Carabao is like punching board. But that's before, it improved. Yes.
How many belts have you won?
How many what?
How many belts have you won?
Belts?
Belts. Huh?
Well, the belts is only with
He's talking about you,
category.
kid. You. How many belts have you earned?
Belt?
Yeah.
No, I'm explaining to them. The belt is so many categories. When you start from the white belt. Then from white belt to yellow belt. But there are so many washi group today, they make orange, they make whatever. No, the color is white, in yellow, brown, and black. There is no pink. When somebody make pink or like that, they are making money. To become there, you have so many feathers. But for me, Grandmaster Roy can testify. We do not charge anything. We do not ask money for the members. I like members to learn, but I do not want them to spend. Not like today. Different today. It's too great difference than during my time. During my time, you cannot just get what kind of build you have without you become unconscious. We have what we call night time. When we say night time, during the night, you will be blindfolded and there is initiation. You will receive anything that you will be fair, you will be only if you have courage, you fight it. I understand before, if I have a nighttime training, this is not because you are American. Mostly American quit. Most of the time, quit. So before I thought American is coward, not what I think is they are good. Only maybe all that was been in there is like that. Because during acceptance, we always had like initiation, so you can handle it. This is not just say, okay. Before, you will pass in a small hole before you become what you are.